Hello and welcome back to Elevate by Any Means. If you are new here, please join the family. Hit the like and subscribe button and be sure to leave me a comment down below and let me know if this video is helpful. Today we're going to be talking about mental health. Oh my God. Guys, it is so important for us to actually make sure we take the time for our mental health. At any time, things can feel stressful, things cannot go the way we want them to go, and sometimes it causes strain in our energetic field as well. So we're going to talk about how your energetic field is affected when you have bad mental health practices as well. Okay. Now, again, hit the like and subscribe, leave a comment, send this video to someone that you feel like may benefit from watching this video, because it's actually something that's really important. And although we know a lot of these tips and things that we go over and we will be going over today, sometimes it's easy for us to forget how to take care of ourselves. What are some things that we need to do in order to stay in that vibration of actually taking care of ourselves? As a busy mom, I can really tell you, like, it is truly difficult sometimes to make that time for myself. With everything that I am doing, being an entrepreneur, being a life coach, being an event planner, stylist, like, it is very difficult for me to find that time in between family time to sit down and make sure that I'm good, okay? And I know this video can benefit lots of moms and dads out there. And even if you're not a mom or dad, you could just be in school, you can be busy. It doesn't really matter. Mental health care, and the care that you spend taking care of yourself is really important to everyone, okay? So it's not just for one particular group. And I want you to understand this. It's nothing wrong with you wanting to get help or build yourself up. It's actually a strength, okay? It's a strength. A lot of people don't want to be embarrassed or feel vulnerable, so they shy away from getting the help and stuff that they need. And that's actually what can cause more stress and turmoil inside your energetic field, okay? So I want to talk about a few things that can actually help you. Here's a few tips that I feel like can really help you. You can do all of these on a daily basis, okay? It's not something that you have to pick and choose what you're going to do, but it's your life, okay? You're the superhero in your own show. So you have to decide what is available to you, what is it that you want to do, and how to get there for yourself that will benefit you. No one can make you get to a point where you say, hey, I am important, I am powerful, I know that I am co-creator of my reality. No one can make you feel that way. You have to decide, okay? And deciding to have a good mental health is actually going to help you and benefit you in every area of your life. So let's jump right into it, okay? Now, the first tip is practicing mindfulness, guys. We all know that. We know that we need to be focused on the things that we truly, truly desire in our life. We want, peace. We want love. We want positivity. We want to be around people who are uplifting and happy, and focusing on that every day and making sure that you're not in a space where you're mindlessly going through the day and thinking and running all these little conversations in your head, because it happens, guys, and it happens to me quite often. And you have to stop and say, hey, like, no, I'm not choosing to think that way. Today, I'm choosing to think positive. Today, I'm choosing to think, what will happen if everything good happened for me? What will happen if I thought positive thoughts about the people that were surrounding me, or the people on that job, or how this job is actually benefiting me for the best? We have to get to a point where we are, like, taking accountability for what we're actually thinking, okay? We have to, all right? And I understand there's a lot going on in this world. It's a lot going on in reality. It's a lot going on in our daily lives, okay? And it's a lot going on out in the world. But we have to get to a point where we are, like, shutting it all off. And so my first tip for today, again, is practicing mindfulness, okay? The second tip of the day, I want you to connect with somebody you love. Somebody you love hanging out with. Somebody you truly like talking to. Somebody that's easy for you to talk to. Because when you talking to people, when you're with that person that you love, you don't understand how it feels through your body. When you're around people you don't like, you can clearly tell the difference between how it feels when you're around people that you love and care about versus those who bring negativity and make you feel tense, and the tension starts to come through your muscles. Your body is actually warning you. If you're around someone and you start to feel tense or uncomfortable, then that energy is not for you. So it's important that we get to a point where we are literally listening to what our bodies are telling us as well. And not to mention, again, don't forget, we have to be mindful in what we're thinking. So instead of thinking about that person who did you wrong, or that person, choose to forgive, choose to cut the ties, choose to be in a space where you are living your best life and none of the things that you've been through in your life are affecting you the way that you are telling yourself or others are telling you that it has affected you. Because you would be very surprised at how many people who claim they are in your corner who would choose to speak negatively about you instead of positively. And those are facts, okay? Not everybody who is in our circle love us the same way we love them. So it's mindfulness, putting yourself in that piece where you are looking at that, you are connecting with the people that you love, and you are listening to the frequency that your body is feeling. Trusting yourself is a big deal, okay? So what we want to do is connect with loved ones, and we want to do whatever it is that we love. And if you're in that space where you're not connecting with the loved one and you just feel like, you know what, I don't need to connect with anyone at the moment, do things you love. If it's art, then work on your art. If it's painting, then paint. If it's driving, then drive. Whatever it is that you love, release that and do a lot of it. Do a lot of it. That does not mean that you can try to ignore what's really bothering you, because it will never go away if you do not address it. Okay, you have to address it. And another way that you can address it is to journal it. Journal it out. Journal it out. If you don't want to talk to anyone and you don't feel like you have anybody to connect to, journal it out. You know, if you need professional help and you just at your wit's end and you're just like, excuse me, and you're at your wit's end and you're just like, hey, you know, I just need to talk to somebody like right now. Do not be ashamed to seek professional help. Professional help is like, again, one of the strongest things that you can do. It doesn't show a weak mindset. It shows a strong one, because it shows that you care about yourself enough, you love yourself enough to actually get help, to actually want to express it, to get someone to help you clear the clutter in your mind, okay? And sometimes it's just that. It's just clutter. It's a lot of repeats and reruns running in your head of negative things, negative behaviors, and things that are going on in your life, or you have experienced, or you watch others experience, because fear is not real, okay? Fear is not real unless you make it real. And that goes back to mindfulness, because if you're in that space and you're thinking fearful thoughts and you're allowing that fear to bother you, to seep into your subconscious, then you're going to feel fear, okay? Now, one practice you can do to combat fear is to wake up every morning and say, oh God, I'm so grateful. I am fearless and powerful, and I am healthy and whole. Those kind of affirmations are going to benefit you on a multi-level, okay? Because not only are you saying you're grateful, you're saying you have a peace of mind. You're saying that you are in a space where you are fearless. And whatever you want to add to it, make it your own. Make it your own, because when you make it your own, that makes it that much more powerful. And do not forget that your tongue is powerful. Your mind is powerful. The moment you decide that you're not going to let the past things that hurt you, the things that you have been stressed about, wondering about, do any effects to you anymore, that's the day you start walking in your power. Okay? That's the day you start walking in your power. But it takes a person who wants to get there, right? You have to get there. If you're not there, then it's okay, but you can get there. You can. It takes you simply starting. It's just that simple. Sometimes we look at life as being something that's truly difficult, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. Yeah, there are things that come up and make you feel like you're between a rock and a hard place. Everybody has been there. You are not alone with that. I have been there in multiple situations throughout every area of my life. Everyone has experienced some kind of hardship, some kind of feeling like I just can't do it, like whatever it is. Everyone has been there, okay? But what I want you to do is to be mindful, do things you love, and keep moving, okay? Keep moving. The third tip I have for you is to take care of your body, okay? Guys, we got to get serious real quick, because let me tell you, the foods that we eat, the things that we drink, the stuff that we're watching is not beneficial to us. The smoking, the drinking, yes, it's all here. We get it. It's here. But at what point are you going to decide that it is time for you to do something different with your life, to be benefited by your body, benefited by your soul? When are you going to get to that point where you are literally saying, hey, you know what? I think it's time for me to change. And if that means cutting people out that don't want to change, then do that. I'm not saying that you need to, but at the same time, if you're not strong enough to make a choice for yourself, for your body, for your mental health, for everything that is surrounding you, your goals, your life, your kids, your family, your friends, whatever it is, sometimes it only takes one person to change in your whole circle in order to transform your entire circle. Sometimes it only takes your positive thoughts to encourage somebody else, because you know that you have changed yourself, that is going to help benefit other people. Sometimes it really is just you needing to change and letting other people see you change and shine the way you're supposed to, and that sparks that interest for them to do the same. Okay? So be mindful. The food that we're eating, processed sugars, lots of salts, the mindset that, you know, you're supposed to be unhealthy and old and all these things that does not benefit us in the long run as we get older. These things don't have to be. You can still be fit and healthy and older and still look like $1,000,000, okay? We do not have to sit around and allow ourselves to be the old people or the unhealthy people that we are seen as here in America. And if you're not here in America, then you understand that wherever you are from, there is always something that we're doing that is not always beneficial to us. So it's important that we take care of our body, okay? Our body is our vehicle. It's what gets us where we're going. We can walk to the kitchen, we can go wherever we want, we can go to work, whatever we need. If you did not have a body, you would not be able to do that. So it's important that we take care of it, okay? Our physical health is deeply connected to our mental health, okay? Regular exercise, balanced diets, all this stuff, like we understand what all this stuff is, but sometimes it just takes our willpower to get us there. But understanding that if you're having mental health disturbances, you might want to try changing your diet as well, okay? Remember that the small changes, the little things you do, like saying, hey, I don't want to eat meat. If you say, hey, I don't want to eat meat, and then you change your diet, you will see. Like, I have been on this journey. I haven't always been consistent with it, but I am trying to be completely meatless. Okay. And it's not always easy, but at the same time, I can tell the difference in my body and how I feel and how I deal with situations when I feel better and lighter. When I eat veggies, fruits, you can make it into whatever you want, soups, whatever. When I'm eating that way, I feel lighter. I have more ideas. I feel more playful. I have more energy. My energy feels more radiant. But when I eat meat, when I choose to eat meat, I be crampy. Like, I'm literally crampy. I don't feel as good. I have headaches. I be tired. My skin breaks out. Like, it's so many things that if you just try it, if you just try to change something and stick with it and see how it works for you, it may actually benefit you in a way that you never thought that it would. Because there are a lot of people in my circle that say, oh, no, I could never just not eat meat. But actually, our bodies are not intended to eat meat. Our teeth are not made to chew through flesh. So that's a topic for another subject, But what I want you guys to do is understand that your body is connected to your mental health, okay? It's deeply connected to your mental health. So it's important that you make the choices that's going to benefit you in the way that they need to benefit you, because only you can make that choice. I can't make you choose to live a healthier lifestyle and be mindful. You have to make that choice for yourself. But I absolutely do believe that you can actually do everything that you are trying to do, whether it's changing your life, whether it's changing the life of your children, whether it's encouraging others, whether it's making YouTube videos. No matter what it is, I know that you are on the journey to get in there because you're watching this video. Okay, you're here. This video was made for you. So if you're listening to this, it is made for you. Okay, the inspiration came for you. So understand that nothing is outside of you. Okay, everything you want and desire is inside of you. It only takes you choosing what it is that you desire. Okay, and that goes through manifestations and everything. So it shows how we're connected in every possible way, right? Okay, now the fourth tip I have for you is to really limit your social media. Okay, there is so much going on social media. I am not a fan of just sitting and scrolling on social media. Yep, it passes the time. But in that time, you could have been working on your logo. In that time, you could have been doing affirmations for 20 minutes. In that time, you could have been doing a quick brisk walk or workout. In that time, you could have been elevating yourself or doing self-talk to a point where you are now elevating your consciousness and not in that space where you are stressed and dealing with the negativity that you're seeing. Like all the stuff that's like fighting and the stuff in the news, and all you see is negativity, because what you think, what's going on in your brain, what's going on in your head is actually what you're going to be projecting out into reality. And if you're not in a space where you feel good, you feel great, then what you need to do is go inward and tweak and work and move and shift anything that is not in alignment with where you want to be, instead of sitting and scrolling on social media, because it's not always helpful. If you're not watching something that's benefiting you, if you're not watching something that you're growing from, learning from, then it's not beneficial to you. It's not beneficial to you. So you only want to put the things that you desire, the things that you want. If you want a brand new house, then you should be looking at houses. There's one channel that I love to watch, and it's called, his name is Inez, right? Inez Yilmazmer. I'm not really sure if I'm saying his last name right, but I love his videos. I love seeing these luxury, huge homes on the cliffs, overlooking the oceans, beautiful views, mountainous views, all this stuff. They do such a great job at showing what life could be like living in that house. And I love it. I absolutely love it. So it's important to focus on the things that you feel that way about versus the things that you feel negatively about, okay? Now, here's the thing. What I want you to do is, if you're in a space where you are not, nothing you do is helping, nothing you want is coming through, I will be opening up sessions where we can discuss it. If you just need someone to talk to, I am a certified life coach. So if you need someone to talk to, I will have those available coming, I think, next month. If I have to get finished getting my website and everything set up. But when I am ready, if you are ready, then you'll be able to book those sessions with me if that's what you desire, okay? Now, if you feel like in that time, before that time, that you need professional help, it is so easy now to connect with counselors and psychiatrists and, psychologists and life coaches. Like, it doesn't have to be a thing. Just sign up, express yourself, be real with yourself, be honest, so people can help you get where you need to be. Because only you know how you feel inside. Okay? So be sure to seek professional help if you need to. All right, now we're going to be moving on to this part, okay? And you will see me looking down periodically because I have my notes, guys. And I just want to make sure that you understand I'm big on frequency. I'm big on energy. So I need you to understand when you have bad mental health, which I don't like using the word bad because it's like, what defines what is good or bad? Okay. Everybody's definition is different. So for me, when you have an unhealthy mental health, some of these things can really lower how you feel, right? So number one on the list is you get a lower vibrational frequency. When you're in a lower vibrational frequency, it causes fear, it causes anxiety, it causes sadness, and you will continue to bring that frequency down. If you look at the chart shows where fear frequency is. It shows you where sadness is, anger is. And if you're not desiring to be there, then you absolutely need to switch on that power that you have inside of you to uplift yourself out of that frequency into a higher frequency. There are so many ways to do this. For one, my main thing is meditation. Okay. Meditation, being mindful and setting yourself up for success, which is making sure you're listening to affirmations before bed when you're waking up and you're speaking positively to yourself. Positive self-talk, journaling. There are so many things that you can do in this space. So do not be afraid to try something new. Yeah, it's going to be new. Yeah, you got to deal with that newness. But anything you do within a month's time tends to stick, okay? Just try it for a month and see how you feel. Try it for a month, only sticking to the things that benefit you and see how you feel. Because I actually believe that it's going to benefit you. That's what I would do. You know, when I first started my journey, I literally sat outside in the grass, walked around my yard barefoot, sat out there all day long from the time I got up in the morning, from the time it started getting dark and the mosquitoes came out. I literally would be outside grounded. And it's just something that would help me focus and clear my mind. It's actually the place where I find peace. It's the place that I release. And it's the place that I literally can sit and go over my ideas and feelings and run things back that has happened in my life and switch my viewpoint to something more positive. Because not everything in my life has been positive, guys. I haven't always been this way. I've been the angry Scorpio. So it's not as if, I've never experienced this. I've been through a lot of this. And this is how I know that it can help you. This is why I became a life coach, because I understand where it's like what it's like to carry the world on your shoulder, try to take care of children, and deal with everything that has hurt you in the past and made you angry in the past. Okay. So number two, the second thing that can cause an unbalance or unhealthy mental health is energetic blocks. Okay. Now, here's the thing. When you are constantly thinking negatively, when you are constantly in that space where you cannot think positively, or you're not focusing on what you're thinking about or being mindful in any kind of way, you're creating an attraction. You're like the magnet that is attracting whatever's in here. Okay. So if you don't want that, then it's important that you use it in a way that can benefit you. Use your mind in a way that can benefit you, okay? Blockages can be caused by stagnant energy. If you're not doing anything with that energy, if you're sitting up there and you're just following the crowd and you got to do everything everybody else doing and you're just trying to be liked, so you're just allowing yourself to, cause harm and mental harm and all this stuff to yourself, then I would say it's time for a change, because that stagnant energy is bringing more negative energy and it's just compounding. It's just compounding. It's just going to keep building and building and building until it gets to a point where you are at your breaking point, because we're not releasing. We're not allowing ourselves to be ourselves because we're too busy trying to be liked by everybody. We're too busy trying to take care of our families and go to work, and it's like so much going on. But you have to take a moment to understand, like, where are you? Okay? Where are you? Well, I have a short exercise for you at the end that can help you decide where you are. Okay? Where you are, where you want to be, and how to get there. How you think you should get there. Okay? And if your answer is you don't know, then that's okay too. But you got to start trying something in order to get there. Now, the third thing on this list is a weakened aura. Okay? A weakened aura. That means you have had poor mental health practices for a long time. You've been neglecting yourself. You've been engaging in your negative self, the negative side of you, the negative thoughts that are flowing in your mind. You've been holding grudges. You've been angry. You've been just holding on to things that do not serve you, and it's actually not benefiting you in the way that you want. So these things can cause stagnation in your energetic field. Okay. Remember, your aura is your energetic field. Usually you can sit and meditate and visualize releasing in your aura and magnetic field getting brighter or expanding out. Okay. I have a mental health meditation that I'm going to post a couple of days, maybe a day or so after this. So you will know exactly how to get there. And it doesn't have to be hard, guys. Meditation isn't hard at all. It's really very simple. Okay? You really just have to focus on your breath and your thoughts. It is literally your thoughts, letting them go, releasing them, letting them float away like clouds, So, all right, let's move on. Now, the fourth thing on my list is your disrupted chakras. Disrupted chakras, okay? Now, disrupted chakras means your chakras are not balanced. Your energy centers are off in your body. It can be caused by chronic stress, imbalances of your root chakra. Your root chakra actually is where you feel secure. You feel stability. You feel safe, okay? So if your root chakra is not balanced, this is where you're going to be. This is that feeling that you have like, something's off. I don't feel safe. Something is going on. I just feel like I just can't deal. That's that energy, okay? So doing a root chakra meditation would actually help you. But cleansing and clearing and balancing all of your alignment, your whole chakra alignment, is going to benefit you the greatest, okay? And you can do this as often as you would like. I do them anytime I feel stressed, anytime I'm just, in a space where I'm just like, you know what, today it just feels like I don't want to do anything. Whatever it is, it's time to clear and balance, okay? And the fifth thing on my list is attraction of negative energies. Attraction of negative energies can come from you being around those, we know, people in our circle, people at the job, just wherever you may find them at, being around those type of people who do not care for any of the things that we're talking about in this video. Some people just like to say YOLO, sleep when you're dead, stuff like that. Those type of people, it's okay if you know them. It's okay if you're around them, because maybe your light shining will help them. But when we're focusing on you, what you have to understand is you have to cut ties with things that are not serving you. So if that relationship, if that bond, if that smoking, if that drink is not benefiting you in a positive way, that's uplifting your life, that's making you better, then it's time to release it, because it's only producing negative energy, and it's attracting more. It's attracting more. This can be in the form of toxic relationships, what you call bad luck, constant challenges in your life. Like, you're attracting negative energies. And it also could be just from the way you're thinking. Because remember, in the beginning of the video, we talked about the negative self-talk. The negative self-talk is actually telling your subconscious, because your subconscious doesn't know that it's not real. It's literally just saying, oh, okay. So I'm just supposed to, okay. I know what you want. Huh. More bad luck. Huh. More toxic relationships. Huh. More of this. Huh. More negative energies. Because all it knows is what you're saying. So if you're talking to yourself and you're like, man, why I always got to go through bad relationships? These people ain't no good, and this man ain't no good, that woman ain't no good. You're going to keep telling yourself that, and you're going to keep attracting those. So what I suggest is, in that moment that when you get to that point where you're like, man, I just can't stand, stop, take a breath, breathing in through your nose, 5 seconds, breathing out slowly through your mouth, 6 seconds. I do 6 to 7. Sometimes I hold it even longer. As long as you can blow that breath out slowly, and the longer you do it, the more centered you start to feel, right? So I would suggest doing that, and then saying what you do want. So for example, if I said, man, I hate that job, instead of saying I hate that job, I should say, oh God, I'm so grateful that I have a job that is supporting me and my family and is benefiting me greatly. And I know that there's a better job coming for me. And that's exactly how you reverse it. Instead of staying in that frequency where you're like, oh man, they get on my nerves. No, I love everyone. My heart is filled with love. I am understanding, I am caring, and I am focusing on me. Find a way. It doesn't have to be exactly that, but you can change it to whatever it is that you desire it to be, okay? Change it to whatever you desire it to be, because reversing those negative thoughts and making it something more positive is going to benefit you. When I first started, I literally had like 5 rubber bands on my hand. And I would be washing dishes, and I'll be noticing like I'm having negative thoughts, and these thoughts would be playing out, and I'll be having these small conversation and arguments and stuff in my head. And then it got to a point where I was just like, like getting angry. I just started snapping the rubber bands as hard as I could. I was snapping. And every time I thought about it, I just snapped it. All day long, I was snapping this rubber band when I first started, because again, I was very angry. I was literally in a space where I was dealing with not wanting to be seen, not feeling heard, being angry. Okay. I'm a mom, feeling like I needed to do everything, feeling like I just had to do it myself, because that's just how I am. But it was just a lot. Okay. It was just a lot. So being in a space where you are not controlling what is going through your mental is going to make more of what you don't want. Now you don't have to do the rubber band method. I did that for me because I needed the discipline, okay? I needed the discipline. And if you need the discipline, do it. Even if you have a negative thought and you allow yourself to play it out every time you have it, drop and give yourself 10 push-ups. Do 10 push-ups. That's your punishment. Do it until you change because it's going to help benefit you. You don't want to do push-ups, right? If you don't want to do push-ups, then you're not going to think about that thing. You're not going to behave that way. You're not going to think that way. You're not going to allow yourself because then that means you have to do something in order to exchange that energy. Okay? So, all right. Reduce resilience, okay? When I say reduce resilience, let me tell you, the impact of your poor mental health can be diminished by your emotional and energetic resilience, making it harder to bounce back from challenges and setbacks too. Okay, so understand that your energetic field can struggle to recover from energetic attacks or stressful situations, which are leading to prolonged low energies and burnouts. So are you burnt out? Do you have low energy? How long have you been in this state? Because how that amount of time that you've been in that state is literally just wearing you down. It's just wearing you down, okay? Imagine being the tread on a new tire, right? You know how they have all the grooves. It's thick, it's firm. You hit it, it bounces back really good, easy. Now imagine you rolling that tire for years of unknowing what to do, years of not being mindful, years of drinking, smoking, multiple relations, all kind of things. There are all kind of things, okay? So it's not just that. But just imagine that happening, right? The wires in your tire are going to begin to show. Now visualize that part being what it is that you don't desire, okay? Because nobody wants their wires and stuff showing in their car and their tire. That's not safe. So imagine that. This is your energy. You started off this new tire. And now your wires are sticking out. This wire sticking up out the tire is bald. It's smooth. You're feeling every bump. At any moment, it could pop. Like, this is what you should be looking at your mental health like. If you're not stopping to say, hey, yeah, no, I need a mental health break. I need a mental health day. I need time to just be in peace. I need time to meditate. I need to take me an extra long bubble bath with some essential oils and herbs. Like, if you're not in that space, it's now time for you to get in that space, because burnout is the worst thing you can do to yourself in your energetic field. You do not want to be trying to hold on thinking you're being strong, because you're not being strong if your body and mental health is declining. Okay? That's not being strong. And you have to, like, I understand as a parent and as somebody who just, wants to handle everything on her own, like, you have to get to a point where you're allowing other things to be allocated to other people. You have to get to a point where you can stop and breathe. You can get to a point where you just say, you know what, I'm not doing anything today. Okay? You have to get there. If you're not there, then I suggest that you try it. Try it for a day. You just, you know what, tomorrow I'm going to call out work. I'm going to sit. I'm going to go do something that I love to do, and I'm going to rest. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to be in peace. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to take me a bubble bath. I'm going to only focus on me right now. If you have children, do not neglect your children. But at the same time, if they're at school, or you can find someone to watch them for a couple hours while you just have your mental health, getting your feet done, nails done, a massage, whatever it is, then I absolutely suggest that you do that, okay? Now, thank you so much for being here. I hope everything that we talked about today was beneficial to you. Now, you do not have to do everything overnight. Although, if you're going after your life like fiercely, like a lion, then I understand. I did the same thing and it has benefited me greatly. However, we are taking it one day at a time here on Elevate by Any Means. And listen, guys, feel free to reach out if you just need someone to talk to, okay? Feel free. Leave comments down below. I will respond. I will respond. Send this video to someone. Matter of fact, send it to your entire circle, because if y'all can elevate together, it makes a stronger bond and it builds the energetic field around all of you, okay? Now, thank you so much for being here. If you have not liked and subscribed, please do so. Join the family. Leave a comment down below. You know, leave me a little brain emoji. Did this help you? Did this spark something in your brain to want to change, to want to do better, to understanding why your mental health is that important? If so, leave me a comment, like and subscribe. And again, see you next time. Peace.